All right, this is what just happened. A Bitcoin whale just moved 689 Bitcoin, about $46 million into Binance. That's the key details, all right? Straight into exchange, not off, not into cold storage, into an exchange. And usually when Bitcoin moves to an exchange, yeah, the first thought is it might be getting ready to be sold. So the real question is, are they about to sell, or is this something else? Now here's where the timings actually matter more than people think. This happened in the early hour of Friday today, April the 3rd, right before the markets really started waking up, not during a quiet moment, but right when traders are logging in, checking charts, getting ready to make moves, and almost immediately, like within minutes, you start seeing sales orders stacking up around that $67,000 to $68,000 range. That's not randoms, that's reactions. That's traders seeing that transfer hit Binance and thinking, all right, someone's big, might be about to sell. I'm getting ahead of it. And that's right there. That's how this market moves sometimes. It's not always about what actually happens. It's about what people think is about to happen. That as the morning rolls in, Bitcoin opens a bit lower, down around 1.7% from that $68,000 area. And you can feel that hesitation creeping in. Not a crash, just a shift in tone. So if you slow down for a second, the sequence is actually pretty clear. Whales move Bitcoins into Binance minutes after traders start positioning. Market opens, price start drifting lower. And just like that, the mood changes. Now, this is usually when people jump to conclusion. Okay, well, since Bitcoin's to Binance, they're selling. Price is going down. But it's not always that simple. Yeah, a lot of time coins goes to exchanges to be sold. That's fair, but not every time. That's Bitcoin could be used as collateral. It could be part of a larger trade behind the scenes. It could even be moved between entities that don't hit the public markets the way people expect. So now you got this gap. The market's reacting emotionally while the actual intentions behind the move is still unknown. And that gap's right there, that's where people usually get shaken out. Now, if you zoom out a bit, this isn't just a one-off move either. There's been more whales activity lately. Bigger players moving coins around, shifting positions, doing something behind the scenes. And at the same time, you got different groups behaving differently. So larger holder timing positions, while other slightly smaller whales are actually accumulating. So it's not just everyone is selling. It's more like pieces are being moved around. Rotation. One side easing off, another side stepping in. And when you look at the price, it's kind of reflecting that. Bitcoin hasn't collapsed. It's been holding within a range, roughly mid $60,000 up to the low $70,000, with that 67,000 level acting like a line in the sand. So this move right here, it's basically testing the level. It's the market's asking, are buyers still here or not? And this is where I think a lot of people get caught off guard. They see a headlines like this. They see a headline like this and instantly assumes the worst. But if you slow down and actually watch what happens next, that's where the real answer is. Because one move, even $46 million, doesn't control the whole market. What matters is what's come after. Do more whales start sending Bitcoins to exchanges? Does selling pressures actually build? Or does it fade out? Do buyers step in and absorb it? Or does price start breaking down? That's the signal, not the first move, the following through. And we've already seen something similar recently. Another whale moved over 1,000 Bitcoins into Binance and took a pretty big loss doing it. So again, this doesn't look like panic. It looks more like a positioning. And positioning usually means there's a plan behind it, even if we don't see the full picture yet. So when you put all of this together, you're not just looking at one whale's deposit anymore. You're looking at multiple large players repositioning, a key price level being tested in real time, a market that's reacting but not collapsing, and buyers that may be quietly absorbing what's happening behind the scenes. And that's a completely different story than just will move Bitcoin's market crash. So yeah, this move matters, but what matters more is what happens next, because that's the parts that tell you whether this was the start of something bigger. Because that's the parts that tells you whether this was the start of something bigger or just another shakeout that people will forget about in just a few days.